What's going on, everybody? This is Eric Brown from the Gaming Advisories podcast, The Geek Life. So I'm just going to be giving you a little bit of news um, via my YouTube page. I know I don't do too many videos on here, but I'm going to start dropping ones every Thursday, Tuesday, and Sunday to update everybody on anything that is nerd news. So first of all, I got to start off with the Infinity War featurette, family featurette that came out yesterday. It was pretty much, it showed some footage, but pretty much it showed just the cast interacting with each other and how much they're appreciative of being selected to be in the Marvel universe. I mean, like it's a great honor, and then it actually ends off with Robert Downey Jr. just like, you know what, I lucked up being the guy to actually start this. So it's good to see like they're not taking it for granted, and honestly, it kind of looked like a goodbye, which is, the speculation with everybody about Infinity War killing off a lot of the characters that we know and love. So the second piece that they came out with was it was a couple days before that, was the Chant TV spot. So the Chant TV spot was actually amazing. It showed new footage. Of course, it's new footage of stuff we've already seen. So basically what they do is when they create these trailers or TV spots, they take about a 10-minute scene, I guess each from one act, and then what they do is they kind of sprinkle out or spread it out a little more and a little more, so that out of a 2 hour and 30-minute movie, you're getting about 8 minutes of actual footage or anything like that. So it was really nice. What they did was actually they put Black Panther in the forefront of that whole TV spot. Like it was literally like Black Panther oriented. So like there's even one shot where he's right in the middle leading the army ahead of everybody else. So I like that they actually put Black Panther and Wakanda in the spotlight right now. I mean, and it's smart of them anyway, because like the money that Black Panther has been making, which actually leads me to my next part, where domestically in the United States, Black Panther has outsold the Titanic movie. So I mean, to beat Titanic is a great thing, because like that movie had been going on for so long. It's been in the upper echelon for the longest. And the thing about Titanic is that movie just, it was in the theater for like almost like a year or so, and it just kept making money for people, so they just left it in there for a while, and even sometimes it like comes back to the theater. So to beat that in just a month or two is actually pretty impressive, especially for a movie that nobody thought was they thought it was good, but they didn't think it was gonna be this good. I mean, I knew it was gonna be that good. That's why I went to see it 4 times. So it beat Titanic, and one of the other things that's Black Panther oriented is it is the only movie in 35 years that has been playing in Saudi Arabia. So one of the things that's groundbreaking and like the just going over barriers and cultures and color and even men and women, like it's just like you can imagine, just like for 35 years there has been no movies played in Saudi Arabia, and now Black Panther comes along and the theater opens and it's playing nothing but Black Panther. That just shows you the type of level this movie is at. Like it's on another level. Like when people say like, oh, I went to see Black Panther, and it's just there's no one who says it's just a superhero movie. I have never heard anybody come out of that movie and say, you know what, it was okay, it was alright. No, like the movie is phenomenal, and like it hits on so many different notes that the I guess the Saudi Arabian government, they looked at this movie and was like, we have to show this to the people, and that's cool because it's empowering women there and empowering the people of color. Well, there's nobody, it's all colored over there, but anyway, but that's cool to break barriers like that, and just such a monster of a movie. I believe it's like domestically is at 666 million domestically. Worldwide, it's about 1.3 billion. So it has a ways to go if it wants to beat Avengers, because I believe Avengers is at 1.5 worldwide, and domestically, the Avatar movie, the James Cameron Avatar movie, is about 700 million domestically, and then like Star Wars Force Awakens is way up there. It's almost at $1 billion just in America alone. So I don't see it beating Star Wars, but I see it moving into the spot of maybe second, because Black Panther is still going to be in theaters when Infinity War comes out, and a lot of people are going to want to see Black Panther, didn't watch Infinity War, and plus a lot of the theaters are running that whole 30-hour marathon where they get to see all the Marvel movies all at once. Um, if I had the time to do that, I definitely would, but I don't. I work a lot, so that's out of the question for me. But it's amazing to see what Marvel has done. I mean, like, they having a magnificent run with these movies in this cinematic universe. It's literally, when Infinity War comes out, that's going to be the 19th movie in a series of movies that are connected. They have connected tissue to each other, and that run is, it's unheard of on a movie status. Not even like, hey, this is a comic book thing and it's like comic book. No, as a movie company, they have made 19 movies that are integrated, 20 by the time Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out in July. So 20 movies. You've made 20 movies that have all been connected for the past 10 years. That's an accomplishment, and like nobody can take that away from them. And like competitors, like all I have to say for DC is like I want them to succeed. And with the New Gods movie coming out and Ava DuVernay directing, hopefully they can get some legs underneath them, because then at least they'll have some good movies under the belt. I know Wonder Woman was great. Hopefully Aquaman is amazing, so that they have a momentum going, so that they can start making the movies that we want to see and that the fans like us deserve to see. I know they're coming out with Shazam too. I missed that guy. But I'm still kind of skeptical about that in particular. So that's it for new news. I have some game news for you guys coming at you with PS5. So Sony has alluded to the PS5 is in a type of development, I guess, but we won't see any type of information about it until at least 2019. The release date is in the 2020. So that'll definitely be nice to look forward to, I guess, in that 2019 E3, where they're going to be releasing specs and games for the PS5. Um, I'm not really looking forward to a new system. I mean, like I think that what they can do is what they've been doing, like releasing updated PS4 Pro. But I guess like it's getting to a point where consoles don't need to be released anymore. They just need to release one console and then see if they can update that to like, hey, we got the software update and we're releasing new stuff. But I feel like Reach the Beast has mentioned on the podcast, where it's like, it's becoming a cell phone thing, where a lot of people are just releasing, a lot of companies are releasing consoles like their cell phones. They're releasing them every year to get that more revenue, and I'm like, I don't think that's a thing that should become a thing. I think that you release a console and that console lasts for a few years, and then you release another one. In the terms of like Xbox 360, I believe that ran for like 6, almost 7 years, and it's still a superior console to what the Xbox One is. PlayStation 3 wasn't that great, but it had some great games like Shadow of the Colossus. That's why you see it being remade, because they want, because the audience for the PS3 was so low that they want people to experience that game. Um, I just don't see the reason for a PS5 other than the fact that they see that the Xbox One X has amazing graphics on it, and it can do so much more than what the regular Xbox One does. but they don't make games for it. So I see kind of PlayStation 5 kind of utilizing expanding into 4K, and by 2020 4K would be more common, I believe. So it won't be as like, hey, I don't really have a 4K TV, and it's not a lot of games in 4K, so it defeats the purpose of me having the Xbox One X and paying that higher price point. And hopefully Sony will be able to do a little better than what the Xbox One X is. So speaking of which, even though I said it's not doing too good, it's seeing a 30% increased sales of the Xbox One X system. So in an article I saw that was on, I think it was on OCG Connect. Don't quote me, I don't remember. But so they're seeing a 30% raise for Xbox One X and for the Nintendo Switch. Not so much for PlayStation. PlayStation seems to have taken a middle stride. Like, it's still selling, but it's not selling like the Xbox One X or the Nintendo Switch, which are seeing these raises in sales. Like one is because like I think you'll see a bump in PlayStation when God of War comes out. When God of War comes out, I think you'll see an impressive boost, because a lot of people want to play that game and you can't play it anywhere else. So I think when that comes out, you're gonna see an increase in sales. When Detroit becomes human, Detroit Become Human comes out, you'll see like a little increase, because a lot of people have been waiting for that game, myself included. Like and also on the Nintendo side, you still got Mario Tennis coming out. You got Super Smash Brothers, which is a killer seller for Nintendo. Two killer sellers. The Pokemon game, the Pokemon RPG we were promised. So it's not going to be like that little Pokemon Go game. It's going to be an actual full-fledged RPG, and hopefully what they do is make it like an MMO type of thing, where it's close to what Monster Hunter World is, where you can actually go around, you can catch Pokemon, you can duel other people whenever you want out there in the world. Like, that is something that the fans of Pokemon really want. They want something that's big and open and RPG. That's why Pokemon Go was so big when it came out, because that's the one they thought was going to be like, oh man, it's mobile, it's going to be this great game. And even though it was a monster of a game, it's a monster of a game, but it didn't have that game feel where it's like I can go online, I can connect with people online on my playlist, and then play and battle and see my Pokemon and grow them up and see what they do. So it's some hits coming out for definitely for PlayStation 4 and for the Switch. The Switch has actually been nonstop. Like, I love what Nintendo's doing. They just seem to be hitting all the right marks. You know what I mean? Like, just like they were like, this Nintendo Switch is going to do this, is going to do this, and every month they seem to have a new game that is taking people's interest. And they like, if you actually go on the Nintendo network, they have over, I would say, 40 to 50 titles that are ridiculous, like in the indie games department. So it's not like big AAA titles, but like the system is like, it's getting these indie games that are just amazing. So it's great to see that system is actually doing great, like amazing. So in sour dour news, Destiny 2 is releasing another DLC pack. So it's going to be a main DLC, kind of like how the Curse of Osiris was. So Destiny 2 is releasing its second expansion, basically called Warmind. I mean, you can guess what that's going to be about. It's probably going to be about the war mines. And if any other ones survived other than Rasputin, I believe the war mine was called in the first Destiny. I have no desire to play Destiny 2 anymore, because it's just a roundabout thing. Like, you do the same thing every time, and it's not enough new content to get me to actually come back to Destiny 2. I loved Destiny when it came out. I was a year one player, and I played that thing to death. Like, you ask anybody, I was playing that thing every single day, doing the weekly missions, doing the nightfalls, doing the strikes. And like, after a while, it just became repetitive. So like the DLC is set to release on May 8th. So that's pretty soon. That's pretty close. That's in a couple of weeks. So Bungie is gonna be releasing some news and probably do like what they do is like a direct. They just stream it on Twitch and stuff like that. They're gonna do a direct to the fans that I don't know who's still playing Destiny, but they're gonna do a direct. They're gonna be showing off, I guess, the new armor, the new weapons, the new systems, and I'm just like, I'll watch, I'll check it out just to see what is going on with Destiny. But as far as anything else, I'm probably gonna skip this myself. I'm not really feeling Destiny anymore. I think I'm past that. I think, you know what it is? I'm waiting for Anthem. I'm waiting for BioWare to drop Anthem. Like, it looks amazing. And if you listen to the podcast or seen anything I do, I love BioWare. The Mass Effect trilogy is amazing. It changed the face of gaming, I think. But they kind of misstepped with the Mass Effect Andromeda, but like I don't use that against them because like their main thing was like the main team was focusing on making Anthem. So the team that made Mass Effect Andromeda, that was their first game making. So I was like, I guess I can forgive it, but like you shouldn't have ever gave them Mass Effect. That was like a kick in the face of the people who love Mass Effect in that universe. I'm not saying that they didn't work hard on it. It's just that it was probably time constraints and everything. But like, man, that it just hurt my heart when I played Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, some people didn't even finish it. I finished it, but still wasn't impressed. So in classic games coming out, speaking in the original Mass Effect, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC, and PS4 will see the release of Mega Man X Collection 1 and 2. So the collection, I believe the first part will be like 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8 is going to be on the second collection. That's going to be coming out in July 24th. So July 24th, we're going to see the release of Mega Man X, the whole series of X. Which is not a bad thing. They have like some new modes and everything that's coming out on it, and it's classic. It's always nice to go back and play great games because it's always nice to see a new generation play those games. Like that was games I grew up with, and it's nice to see like my nieces and nephews play those games. Like, if you don't know, nostalgia sells like crazy when it comes to gaming. Like, Nintendo does it all the time. They released the Super Nintendo, and they released the regular Nintendo and the mini sizes. So like those things sold like hotcakes, and like you can't find one for under $300 now. Or maybe you can, I don't know. But go on Amazon or like eBay, you can probably find a few. But like those things are really good and really great for gaming because a lot of kids are growing up and they're just seeing online games and they're not really experiencing what we experienced as gamers when these original games came out. So it's good to see them going through that stuff. So also there's been some God of War reviews out, and they've been mostly positive. So people are looking at the game and liking it a lot. They're digging it. They're saying like, "Hey, this is one of the games you should check out for this year. Be on the lookout for it." It has like a great story, a great personal story between if you've seen the trailers, it's like Kratos and his son and stuff like that. So it's getting some really good and positive reviews, which is a good thing. I love seeing when great games come out because that's just expansion for the genre, and a lot of people are playing games now more than ever. So it's nice to know that they're putting out quality work for the system. So good to hear. Good to hear. So also, people have been talking about Fortnite. So Fortnite servers are actually down right now. I don't know at this time if they're directly down, but the Fortnite servers are down, and they haven't given us an update on when they will be up. So a lot of people are Twitch streamers are down because so it's not on your side. It's just that the servers are down. They're doing some type of maintenance to it, and unfortunately they had to take down everything to do that maintenance. They couldn't do it while the game was up because it would probably just cause issues and stuff like that. So on that note, I'm gonna give you some things you should be checking it out. Show wise, if you haven't checked out Jessica Jones season 2, definitely do that. Even if you haven't watched season 1, maybe you should check that out too. But the season 2 is great. I finished it just the other day. I also finished a show that was a Netflix exclusive called Altered Carbon. Great show. It's very bloody, but it has a good message. It has a really important message that people should actually see nowadays, and especially it's like basically the living class is living high above everybody else, and everybody else is like dirt. So like, definitely check out that movie. It's bloody, and it's if you don't like blood, like, don't check it out. But another bloody show I've been checking out is Into the Borderlands. So Into the Borderlands season 2 is actually on Netflix, and season 3 just started. So I haven't watched any of season 3 yet. But Into the Borderlands, man, this show is amazing. This was the show that Iron Fist should have been. Okay, that's the only thing I can explain. Like, this show should have been what Iron Fist was, because the show is based around martial arts. So like, pretty much everybody in the world knows how to defend themselves, and they get it in on this show. And of course, it has a nice underlining story for our hero and everything else like that. But definitely check that out. Definitely check out if you haven't checked out Bayonetta 2. Switching over to games, sorry. If you haven't checked out Bayonetta 2, definitely check that out for the Nintendo Switch. They actually dropped Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1 on the Switch. It looks great on a portable side. Like, definitely, like, if you haven't experienced this game, it's from the maker who actually made Devil May Cry 3, and which is the HD collection is out now, Devil May Cry, so check that out too. But it's from the maker of Devil May Cry. Like, definitely check out these games. Like, they're little older games that came out in the generation of like PlayStation 2 and stuff like that, so the graphics aren't except for Bayonetta. Bayonetta came out on the Wii U, which still looks great. But definitely check this out. It's like a kind of action game based, and I'm kind of like an action junkie myself. I love games like Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that. So if you actually like games like Ninja Gaiden and stuff that has crazy difficulty, then Bayonetta 2, that's definitely the game for you to check out right now. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be dropping videos every Thursday, every Sunday, every Tuesday. So you can come check me out. Hit me up on my Twitter page. That's edawg11885. That's EDAWG11885. And of course, always on the Gaming Advisories Facebook page, you can hit me up. I'm putting up new videos up there as well. This one will be up there probably. So if you have any comments, questions, hit them down, and subscribe if you like what you see. All right, later, guys.